If you're not rich, you probably think taxes are just a part of life. Work, get paid, give the government their cut. But what if I told you that the ultra-wealthy live by a different set of rules? Rules that you were never taught. While you pay taxes on every paycheck, every sale, every transaction, the rich have figured out how to keep most of their money legally. And the craziest part? You're the one picking up the tab. Let's get something straight. The rich don't hate taxes, they just hate paying them. But they don't run, they don't hide. They simply understand the tax code, a playbook with thousands of pages written in their favor. And while you were busy memorizing the Pythagorean theorem, no one taught you how money actually works. That wasn't an accident, it was by design. Because if you knew how money really works, you might start questioning why the system keeps rewarding the same small group of people over and over again. Here's how the game is played. Most people earn money through jobs, salaries, wages. This is called earned income, and it's taxed the hardest. The more you make, the more they take. But the rich, they prefer something called capital gains, money made from investments, stocks, real estate, businesses. And guess what? Capital gains are taxed less than your paycheck, sometimes half as much, and in many cases not at all, depending on how they structure it. This means two people can earn the same amount, but the one who earns through investments will pay way less in taxes. Now let's go deeper. The rich don't just invest, they borrow. Let that sink in. They buy assets, those assets go up in value, and instead of selling them and triggering taxes, they take out loans against them. Loans aren't income, you don't pay taxes on borrowed money. So they get millions in cash, tax-free. Imagine having a mansion, a yacht, private jets, and still owing zero in income tax. That's not a fantasy, that's reality for the 1%. This is called buy, borrow, die. Buy assets, borrow against them, and when they die, their heirs inherit the assets at a new value. It's called a step-up in basis, which means all the gains disappear for tax purposes. Poof, gone. It's the most powerful wealth transfer system ever created, and it's totally legal. Most people don't even know it exists. Meanwhile, you're stuck in a tax trap. You sell a stock to pay a bill? Taxed. You get a raise? Taxed even more. You cash out your retirement early? Heavily taxed. Everything you do is taxed to death. But the rich, they structure their entire lives to legally avoid it. And the more they grow their wealth, the easier it gets to avoid taxes. Because wealth creates options. And you were never even told those options exist. And it gets even worse. The tax code is filled with incentives, deductions, credits, loopholes, for behaviors the government wants to encourage. Who takes advantage of those? People who own businesses, real estate, and assets. Not employees. So if you're working a 9-to-5 and not investing or owning anything, the system isn't built for you. It was never meant to be. Rich people also set up corporations. Why? Because corporations are taxed differently. You can deduct business expenses, write off losses, and even pay yourself in ways that reduce your tax burden. It's not shady, it's smart. And the ultra-wealthy go even further. They use holding companies, trusts, and foundations. They funnel money through layers of legal structures that shield income and reduce taxes, all with the blessing of the law. Let's talk about offshore accounts. Sounds illegal, right? Not necessarily. The ultra-wealthy use international banking laws, shell companies, and trusts to move money across borders legally. Why? To take advantage of friendlier tax laws elsewhere. And they can afford the lawyers and accountants to make it all possible. The Panama Papers, the Paradise Papers, they gave us a glimpse into just how widespread and normalized these practices are. Not just billionaires, celebrities, politicians, even heads of state. Here's the punchline. The IRS isn't going after billionaires. Why? Because they have teams of lawyers. But you mess up on your taxes and you're getting a letter in the mail fast. The system is built to audit the working class, not the wealthy. They're too expensive to fight. It costs more to investigate a billionaire than it's worth in recovered taxes. So they go after easy targets, people who can't fight back, people like you. So what can you do? First, wake up. Understand that the rules of money were never taught to you on purpose. Second, start learning the game. Invest, start a business, buy assets. Use the legal tools that already exist to reduce your taxes. Because the truth is, you don't get rich by working hard. You get rich by thinking smart. Read books, watch courses, find mentors. Shift your mindset from employee to owner, from consumer to creator, from taxpayer to strategist. Because here's the truth, the system isn't going to change for you. No one's coming to rescue you. If you want to build real wealth, you have to break the cycle. That means refusing to be financially illiterate, refusing to accept that your only path is a paycheck and a tax return. Start building assets. Learn how to use debt to your advantage. Understand the tax code. Build something bigger than just income. If you keep playing the game by the rules they gave you, you'll always lose. But if you learn their rules, you'll finally have a chance to win. This isn't conspiracy. This is reality. The rich aren't playing harder, they're playing smarter. And so can you. But only if you're willing to see the truth and act on it.